Oh, we're on. How's things?
We're on. Yeah, good, mate. Yeah,
Sorry for the delay. Had a fair bit of shit on today.
that's all right. You get that, eh?
Oh, bro, ebbs and flows, man. Some days manageable. Some days not so manageable, but that's okay.
Monday.
Yeah, man. Give us a rundown, mate. Where are you at?
Well, where I'm at, I am was a sole trader for a long time. And then I got doing jobs, just a single man.
Yeah,
Then I thought I need to start pushing it up, moving, going to bigger things. I realised I'm not going to be able to do it by myself forever. So I started a company, Inscope Building, last year
nice.
in April, and then started trying to push for like more renovations, more kind of like bigger jobs. Took on. I realised a lot of my systems weren't quite right, so I joined Certified Builders, went to the expo, and then realised I need to change up a lot of my systems of what I'm doing. My accounting, the software I'm using,
Yeah,
go better in those kind of ways, and then improve there, and then just try and go to
it's
bigger jobs. So we have.
yeah, it's a different kettle of fish, eh? Like going from a sole trader to company to trying to win bigger jobs to actually like feeding a team, keeping a team going. Like there's so much, there's so much stuff. We get messages all the time on Instagram. Hey man, thinking about leaving my boss, want to go out on my own, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, yeah, welcome to the
Yeah,
real world. Like it's tough. Um,
but you do need help. You need help to like set those systems up and be aware of what they are.
yeah,
Like changing my account was a good one. Going to Findex, they really helped me out, and then put me onto like the payroll systems, made that easy. I wasn't really using Zero. I was just sending my invoices out just like on Excel, but then I
yeah,
changed now to doing that from Zero, and then I
yeah,
adopted Builder Price. So I
yeah.
used that for the timesheets and then back costing my jobs and kind of like pricing jobs on there
Yeah.
too,
Did you
which
do
really
you like
helped.
pricing jobs on there?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I personally,
like I got templates.
yeah, I've personally
I
done it
kind of
a
got
couple of
templates
times.
set up.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Hmm.
So, are you?
Yeah, so you just kind of set up templates for like bathrooms and stuff like that, and you can kind of like have them there. I haven't really done anything real big on it, but I have done a lot
Yeah,
of smaller like bathrooms and smaller
yeah,
kind of renovations on there.
yeah, nice. So
Yeah.
you started your company up in April last year. Where are you at now? Like, how many guys are you looking after? What kind of workflow do you have at the moment? What kind of projects at right now?
I've got two guys at the moment. I've got an apprentice. He's
Yeah,
quite sharp. And I've got a Filipino worker.
nice.
And I've got another guy I'm looking at hiring, a qualified guy to help me. It's just hard to find guys. I just can't find, I've had an ad out for ages. I just can't find any decent guys.
Whereabouts are you at the moment in the country? Where are you based?
West Coast, the South Island,
Oh, like
Greymouth.
oh no, yeah, man. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a long way out of closest to anything.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna say if you
So
weren't
you don't have all
Australia,
those kind of other trades to help you. You've kind of got to do it all because you haven't got a lot of concreters floating around. There's no jib fixers, anything like that. You just got to do a lot of it yourself.
yeah, man. But you guys are like real builders out there. Like there's no project managing building. Like you're doing everything. There won't.
We're doing everything. I project manage them, talk to the customers, try and do like the marketing part, do it all,
Yeah, yeah. But that's I mean,
and take the guys up.
for the work related stuff, that's good for you because there's minimal competition, surely, in the building, like the construction project manager space. Yeah,
There's a lot of builders around here.
a lot of builders. But there are
There
there a
are a
lot
lot
of
of builders.
are
Yeah,
there a lot of builders doing everything that you're doing, all the subtrade stuff?
yeah, there
They
are a
they
few
have to,
like that.
right?
There's a lot of guys getting around.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of guys getting around their van and doing. Yeah,
yeah,
there are a few like that. But I'm
yeah,
trying to push above that. I'm trying to get above that. I'm trying to get to new houses, have my own kind of like brand. I'm trying to push my brand in scope. And
yeah,
yeah, if you want a renovation or a new build, we can do that. We're the
yeah,
people
hundred
for that,
percent.
really.
So what would say like when you see all these other guys ripping around, and this is just asking like honest questions. What are you doing that's different from these other guys? Like, are you pushing? Like, how are you separating yourself from them? Like, what are you doing? For example,
Well,
for me to get work, for me versus other QSs, I know no QS is doing what we're doing. That's my point of difference. What's your point of difference to get that
yeah.
work?
I'm trying to advertise. I push my brand on the radio quite a lot. I've got
Yeah,
like
nice.
real good radio ads
Yeah,
out there doing that. this past weekend, I was at this ag fest. They had about 20,000 people go there. Like I was the only kind of like person, like a builder like that. I was sitting in amongst all the group home builders. I
Yeah.
had GJ over the road from me, Jenny and
Yeah.
Versatile were there. I was in there with my own thing, pushing my own. Because I
Nice.
started with certified plans. So I got certified plans because I'm with certified builders. I got all that, and we can kind of change the cladding and stuff like that on the houses. So I've got all the plans for that. And I teamed up with Heritage Timbercraft as well. They've
Nice.
got quite nice houses. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we kind of pushed them, and I kind of pushed my brand as like I'm sixth generation West Coast. I'm kind of local. These other guys say not. I
Yeah.
had that on my ads too, sixth generation West Coaster. So I'm local. I've been here a long time. My family's been rooted here. I pushed that as well.
Nice.
So those ads kind of work reasonably well. Yeah, and that Ag Fest in the weekend, I got quite a lot of interest from them. Yeah, I got a lot of leads. Got leads for about probably 5 houses, 2 extensions.
Oh, boom.
And I gave out heaps of different things. Just try and keep the leads out there because they might not all turn to work, but if I can keep it up, and then
It's a numbers game.
just try and push.
It's a numbers game. You've just got to look at how many quotes, hands, sales, calls, handshakes are you making a month? Like if you're making 30 and you're winning, and you look at metrics, so that's why I'm about to ask you the next question. If you're sending out 30 quotes a month and you're winning 2 and you want to get more work, well, cool, how do we get to 60 to win 4? So like that's the same thing. So do you get people physically ringing you up being like, hey man, heard your ad on the radio, blah, 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 can you do X, Y, and Z? Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
And there's no one else.
But it's kind of like been slow. It hasn't really been like just banging in all the time. It has of late. Like there's a few jobs now came in. Got one out of consent today for renovation. It's an extension on a house and like a bathroom and laundry. We've got another one starting. We're going to earthquake. You guys did the ballpark figure for me on it.
Cool.
Doing the earthquake strengthening of that job downtown.
Yeah,
We've got that one. That's $500,000 there. There's 350, I think, for the earthquake strength. What's that?
Is that locked in yet, or going through the process, getting stamp drawings?
No, it's locked in. The renovation's locked in. That one downtown, we've just been waiting on the final draft for the insurance, but it's all pretty much locked in.
Yeah, sweet. So what's your forward work pipeline at the moment, like revenue-wise?
Well, we've got that renovation's 240,000. That one, that earthquake strengthening's around the, I think that's around the what was it? It was 260 to 312,000.
Yep.
Plus, we've got another one which we're getting the plans back, which we need to get a price for coming up. Another renovation down there. That's probably going to be 200,000 to 300,000 as well.
Yeah, nice. So you're still looking at 600,000 to 800,000 forward work at the moment.
Yeah.
And your biggest problem,
but that's not without all the other stuff that could come in. You don't.
Yeah,
stuff that's coming in now.
But that's why it's just like compounded interest. Like all the stuff, all the marketing that you've been doing for the last, how long have you been running radio ads? 3 months? 5 months?
Yeah, like 4 months, 5 months. Yeah.
It's all just like compounded interest. So eventually, it's going to turn into something. Like you don't get. Sometimes it's not always instant results. Like we had a huge ad spend month in February. And then we didn't see the returns in February, but we're seeing the returns from the back end of March till now. So it's like we doubled our ad spend across the country for February, but we haven't seen it for 4 to 8 weeks later, and it's just crazy. So like for you now, like if your main problem was probably going to be labor or guys at the moment.
Yeah, most likely going to be that. I've got these jobs kind of locked in, so that's going to give us quite good workflow now. But it's getting those next one and the next one and the next one, then building on that. I've kind of always got to be going looking at jobs, pricing jobs, looking at them.
Absolutely. But that just comes. That's just business growth. Like if you're growing is always going to be like somewhat painful. Like my growth phase is when we need to get other guys coming in, and then the painful part of that is ensuring it's my time, ensuring that the spreadsheets that we're putting out are in the same format, the wording's good, the numbers are good, and everything's bang on, so 100%. But I suppose for you, your biggest thing is like forward work, so you can keep compounding what you're doing there. Like what's your main pain point? Is it just guys? Because there's a few ways you could solve that, because if you've got work in this time right now, work is whoever's got the jobs, I don't know if the West Coast really gets affected too much, but if you've got jobs, you're in the driver's seat. Like I had another guy message the other day and said, "Hey man, I've got this young builder in Christchurch who wants $38 an hour, blah blah blah." I was like, "Man, not at the moment. You're in the driver's seat. If you've got jobs, you're dictating the rates."
Yeah, that's right. I hear a lot of other places are like that, but it's its own kind of like it's different on the West Coast. We seem to when other places go down, we kind of seem to hold our own a bit here. It seems a
Yeah,
bit.
nice.
It seems like there is a bit of work out there, or it is more starting to pick up. But work is, if I could find someone, a good, like a qualified guy who could like run jobs, knew like pretty much just another me would be good, eh? And then I
Yeah.
could, be
You're not the
just,
first guy to say that, man.
but just like, I like everything tidy, tidy. Just, it's got to be tidy, quality. If I can just keep all that.
Yeah.
That's our kind of problem at work. If I keep everything tidy and all the work nice, presentable, and it's all quality, I'll get more work. I just
Yeah.
pride myself on
Yeah, absolutely. So,
that.
okay, so what's the okay, couple different recruiting style things. Your ad, is it based just all over NZ? Obviously, you're just on Trade Me.
It is on Trade Me, and I did a local one, which is the Mayor's Task Force. They kind of help you. They put on their Facebook page a lot of local jobs all get posted on there. Then they help you with the trade. You get discounted
Okay.
Trade Me ad.
Top of my head, I'm thinking a couple of things right now. One, you either somehow find a network, jump on a Facebook page and find out what builders in the local area are like on work. And maybe you could start with another 1 to 2 man band and say, hey man, say for example, if you hit up 10 of them, hey man, I've got a couple little fixed price jobs. Are you interested? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. They might do one. And then usually what happens is once guys realize how nice it is getting paid every single Monday, they're not having to find their own work and deal with that. They could eventually come over full time. Two, I'm pretty sure a massive recruiting company just went under in Auckland and they've got like 500 Filipinos out of work. There's an interest there, like to look at, maybe hitting up the recruiters in the bigger centres. I don't know if you have a partner or wife, but get her to ring all the recruiters in the big centres and say, hey, I could desperately use another person, another 2 people. Would they be willing to relocate? That's definitely an option. Because finding guys is hard, but at the moment it might not be, man. I'm sure there'll be some dudes in Christchurch that are running out of work that would, people relocate if there's no work. Like people will do anything if there's no work.
They have been, and there has been a lot of people moving to the West Coast because there's cheap housing here. There's a lot of work here,
mate,
and a lot of stuff's going to start kicking off too.
I think this is an easy, solvable problem for you. Jump on that tradie Facebook page, New Zealand. Put a post in there, exclusive or whatever. I would do that.
New Zealand builders, is it?
Yeah, there's New Zealand exclusive builders or something. I would jump on there and do a post and even offer like a relocation fee. Like, if you want to find the best guy, if you want to find a gun, just say, hey man, I'll pay you, I don't know what the rates are over there, $30 an hour, qualified builder, buy a bloody $15,000 highest van, set that up and say I'll pay for your first month's accommodation. And that sounds like a lot, but it's like, how much it is, how much potential money and how much your business can grow by finding another gun. So is 25K really a bad investment, which is like a van and maybe 4 weeks accommodation? That's bugger all for what you.
Well, I've already got the van ready. I've already got a van for a person to do it. I've already planned ahead for that.
Yeah, nice.
I've got one for the other guys. I've got another one already. We're not light on vehicles. It's just getting someone to get in it and go.
Mate, easy. Have you got a partner? Does she work? Is she full time?
Yep.
Well, if you've got time, I would set aside half a morning. I'll find that recruiting company's name in Auckland, but I would ring those recruiters in Christchurch, Wellington, and Auckland and say, I'm waiting for someone to start ASAP. I would get on those Facebook pages and post and offer a relocation fee of, say, $2,500, including your first month's rent. I can guarantee you would have someone by Sunday night. Guys are running out of work left, right, and centre, man.
It's because we
in dire straits at the moment, but it's kind of good.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've got this work coming up, but we've been doing a lot of. I did have a job fall through at the start of the year. It was probably about a $250,000 renovation, and I thought it was in the bank. It was going to happen. Start of the year, we were all good. It was an insurance job. Then the owners pulled a pin on it, and that set me back a bit. And then I picked up the contract for the Kāinga Ora to do the maintenance, do all the renovations to the buildings.
Nice.
So we have been doing that as well. That
Is
kept
that
us going for a bit.
is that good work? Is it good, easy, good money, easy pay? Like, is it good?
Some of it's some things pay pretty good, some things don't. But a lot of things do. It's pretty easy work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ebbs and flows,
Because
man.
you don't really have to think too much about a lot of it.
Yeah,
It's work though.
yeah, 100%. And if they
It's
pay
hard to
everything,
get cash flow from it. The cash flow is pretty hard to like cash flow
yeah, it's
because
shit.
they don't
It's
get
just
paid until what? Yeah,
20th. And then if you've done the work on the 25th, you might not get run into the next pay run, which is like 8 weeks away. It's
yeah,
horrible. It's good for like fill in work, but I definitely wouldn't bank you. It's like same with guys doing group housing stuff. You can't bank on making money off group housing. You just do it for fill in work.
nah,
But are they still busy
no,
down there?
yes.
Are they still going?
They're having like the biggest rebuild here since like World War II. I think they're saying they're building new ones. They're knocking ones down. They're redoing them, retrofitting them, which is a different one altogether. But a lot of people have jumped in on it and doing it.
Fuzzy. Okay.
But it's
Um,
been good. But we've got this other stuff now. Like now this one downtown's going to kick off. This Reno's going to kick off.
yeah.
Guy wants a pole share that can kick off. It's like now it's like shit. I'm inundated with work now, and now it's like I need to find some gun guys, and we need to like if I'm going to put that out there, I can do all this work. I need to be able to do all the work. I
Yeah.
can't do it
100%.
all, but I can.
Yeah. The only tough thing I'm thinking is you can't really do like it's just hard to do like a trial period for someone. Hey, move to the West Coast, 3 month, 2 month trial period, and
Mm,
you go through all this effort, you find out they're not as amazing. But I
yeah,
mean that's the game. That's the game you got to play. But I honestly think
that is the
finding
game.
finding someone like a gun, you just got to do your due diligence, ring their ex bosses, bring
Mm,
some leads, find out how good they are. Man, I can guarantee someone in New Zealand would relocate to there at the moment. You know what I mean? And you could probably find another
yeah,
Filipino. Maybe not like a project manager style Filipino, but you could probably find another gun carpenter. You know?
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's just getting into a rhythm of these jobs. Now we're going to have, if we get more of these jobs coming in, it's finding it's hard one too. Being like me, my position all of a sudden starts changing, and it's like I have to start doing other things, and you've got to get used to like
Yeah.
someone else will take the reins of things, and it's a different experience.
Yeah, you got to let that shit go, man. And that's really hard though as well because like
Yeah,
you've put your sweat, blood, and tears into getting it to the point it's at now, and then you're somewhat, yeah, you are handing over the steering wheel to someone else to a point. You can still do a lot of
yeah,
managing, but you don't want to be one of those micromanagers. But it is a fine line because you have to micromanage to the point that the job's still running well. But if it's not running
yeah,
well, then you do have to micromanage and be like, fuck, like this shit's not
yeah.
working.
But that's good though. It's good to have new problems. New problems mean you're moving forward.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, I mean, apart from having a big workload and trying to find, another dude, I mean, I think those are some solid things you could do. I would hit those Facebook pages. I would ring those recruiters
Yeah,
in Auckland, and man, if you must know someone in your area that there might be a one man band that might be out of work or a 1 to 2 man band, and then if you've got your price,
yeah. I've got a guy I was talking today. Another contractor. He's got a couple of guys, and he gets light on work, like a couple of weeks there, a couple of weeks there, which they could come in and do stuff.
yeah, you could just offer them, for the renovation part, you could just say, hey man, there's 6 weeks worth of labor that I need here. Here's a fixed price schedule.
Mm,
Can we do that? Have you thought
yeah,
about that
it's
before?
just getting these strategies together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, but once you get those options, man, it's not too bad. I think getting a little crew of doing fixed price could be the one. Do people travel? I'm just going to have a quick look. Like, how far would people travel from out to go? To get to Greymouth?
Well, our region is pretty big. Like you've got to, if you want to do the whole west coast,
It
like
is. Yeah,
to go down to say like up to Westport, you're talking like an hour and a half travel. To go down to Haast, you're talking. Well, no, Franz Joseph, that's 2.5 hours. And you've got to travel on the west coast. There's just no buts about it.
What's it like?
You can stick around here.
How far is Nelson? Hold on, I'm just having a quick look because Nelson's a big
Nelson's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Christchurch is 2.5 hours.
mate. Christchurch,
I go
mate,
to Christchurch all the time.
you could get someone from Christchurch easy, and you even just build into like a package of 4 nights accommodation, and you go home on the weekends. You know?
Yeah, well, you could do that. That's another option. Probably not
Yeah,
bad at all.
I reckon you've got so
I
many.
know guys that are doing it up Castle Hill. They go
Yeah,
up there and they do 4 nights. He actually works 4 days up there because he has Wednesday off because of his daughter. But he does 50 hours a week and then still does 50 hours a week in those 4 days and then goes back to Christchurch.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are doing that, man. And you just got to remember, man, when money's not coming in and jobs are running out, people will do anything. People will do a lot to,
Yeah,
keep the money coming in. So apart from the
yeah.
recruiting and that kind of issue, is there anything else you want to kind of go over? Because I feel like finding someone in this time, that's probably the last of your worries at the moment. I think you just need to think outside the
And
box
it's
a little
also
bit.
another thing would be is landing the jobs too. Like I had people come in, and it's like um, it's always been a thing pricing the jobs, which I've pushed into a bit, and getting like people, can you price this for me? And I said, well, I had one the other day, and there was like this guy wanted to build a house out of Lake Canary, and I said, oh, this is the process here. We can we can do it. Or get RapidQS. They're the best in the business. We'll get them to price it.
Plug
But he
that.
was reluctant to push on that,
Yeah.
and I sent him a thing. This is how much it's going to cost. And no, he wasn't keen. He got real like bitter about it. Like he just his whole thing changed, and I was like,
What,
you
that you
can't
weren't
expect
going to
me to
price
pay
for
that and
free?
do that. And I was like, what's that?
He got bitter that you weren't going to price it for free.
Yeah, and then it kind of. Then all of a sudden, his attitude changed. So if you're not going to pay that was like 0.5% of the build price up front, like what's it going to be like down the track? He was getting bitter then about it. What's it going to be like in the end? I was like, no, this is not for me. No thanks. You can get the
Yeah.
other guys to do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
People are
that's what.
expecting you to price these things for free.
Mm. Yeah, imagine trying to get your third stage payment, and then he's going through and being frickle about other things, and your third stage payment's $100,000, and you can't even pay two
Yeah.
grand or whatever. Yeah, no, that's not the way.
Yeah. That's what would have happened. So I was like, no. It would have been a nice, good job, but
Yeah,
no.
nah, it's not worth it when you're trying to, you've spent 80K and you're trying to get $100,000 claim, and then you're running out of money and you're in a half a lawsuit with this guy.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, man.
Yep. I went around to a job the other day with a guy. I gave him a kind of rough, kind of like price, what it would cost. He wants to add. You guys actually gave a proposal to QS it, and I gave it to him.
Yeah,
He wanted to add on 168 square meters to his house and reclad the whole thing. And it's quite a flash kind of house.
yeah,
This is probably going to cost you in a $500,000 bracket, to be able to do
yeah.
all
It's
this.
big.
This is going to be quite a lot of work here.
Yeah.
Um,
Did he?
And he said, "Yeah, QS would be a great idea." I said, "It's going to cost you probably 500,000-600,000. Like easy to do
Yeah,
that."
the extension alone would be $500,000, almost.
And then it was, I said about RapidQS, gave him a price, and he said, "Yeah, that sounds awesome."
Yeah, sweet.
But we're still waiting on to pull the trigger on it yet.
Yeah, it's just a numbers game, man. Like it's like generating all these leads and then getting the ones that are serious and then getting the ones that want to commit to the QS report and then getting them to go ahead. So it's just like you've got to cast your net really, really wide. And it sounds like you're doing that at the moment. Doing the radio ads. I haven't heard of anyone doing radio ads. But if they're working, man, keep doing those.
Well, I reckon that they work. Yeah, and I go
Yeah.
the paper too. The newspaper. There's a free newspaper that goes around. I'm in
Oh,
with the
sweet.
trade section. I get in there as well.
Nice. That's good, man.
Yeah.
So regarding the recruitment issue, when a lead inquires, what's kind of your standard process through to, yeah, I'll come and catch up with you on site? Like, what do you send out?
Yeah.
What's your pitch?
I reply within 20, like straight away. I try and
Yeah.
apply straight away. And a
All the
lot of
reply
those jobs
time.
I got, that earthquake strengthening,
Yeah.
no one replied, and I was the first one. As soon as I seen it, bang, I was on it. And then I said, let's have a meeting down there, and we'll go have a look. Went down there, had a look. They had the plans. I can't remember now. They had the plans there. They sent me the plans. I had a look, went down, we walked through the whole building, and then had a look at it. I thought, oh, this would be great. I'd love to be a part of this project. I'm quite into my history of the region and stuff like that.
Mean.
I love the history. It's great you're saving this building. And I'd love to work with you on this.
Yeah, that's good. And
I try and do that.
yeah, Uber response times are good, eh? So when you're like, and then when you send like an email out, like, are you flicking out, like, are you dressing up like a bit of a proposal? Like, have you put it in like a PDF sheet? Like, what are you attaching to, finalizing going ahead? Are you doing anything there?
What do you mean? Like,
Doesn't matter. Like,
when they first email.
yeah, like, so when you inquire with us, we'll send you back like a RapidQS pack, a little bit of information about us. We'll send an example of our reports, and then we'll send like a PDF dress up so you know what you're going to get for your final product. Now, not every builder does this, and you don't need to do it, but those are the little things
I don't do that.
when you, because okay, if you and your partner were to go and inquire with GJs or Classics, they would send you like a whole lot of information. Now, I'm not saying that's like the best thing to do, but there's something when you submit your price proposal, you can have it in a nice PDF dress up, like a PDF graphic design sheet with your logo, a little bit about your company, and hey, it's hey, Jack and Jill, it's an honor to tender for your new build project. Really looking forward to building this house for you at this address. Here's the price proposal as per our conversation. Just little things like that can really like separate and split the difference. Like even when you go to meet clients, you know, give them your business card with your logo. They can see a logo on your shirt, your vehicle sign written. Just all those, yeah, it's just all those little things. And then, so what I'm trying to say is with your sales process, because you would have a bit of you sort of know your pipeline, you roughly know where every like customer's at. And then there's, I mean, what do they say? Sometimes there's up to 8 touch points before you can get a client signed. So it's like, how often are you sort of doing general follow-up calls, touching base with them, and, you know, once you've sent that price report, follow-ups, etc.?
Yeah, well, I do. I do follow up with emails and that. If they're kind of something on their end and they're waiting on, I do kind of leave it a few days and then follow back up with an email saying how you get on. Do you need any help with that? I mean, I've got my email structured so it's got all my like branding on it and the name and all the stuff on it, so it looks quite neat and tidy.
Yeah, that's good.
But I keep following back up with them, but I don't really have a thing like what you were saying, like a PDF type thing there with it all on, structured out like that. This would be the price. I don't have that as such kind of thing, really.
I'm not saying that's going to help you win 10 times more jobs.
No.
Just little things like that. I've always found it really good. I learned from a tennis coach in Perth when I was working there when I was 20, and he was real big on perception, and he was coaching at one of the most sort of bougiest clubs in Swanbourne. At that time, it was all the mining boom was on. And he noticed it was little things, like he drove a Mercedes, had real fancy stuff, had like 2 tennis bags, 10 rackets, and we looked at the other clubs down the road and their professionalism was nowhere as good. It doesn't matter how good of a coach you are. Right. Just a little thing, if a client steps on your site versus another building site and yours is really like nice and tidy, sign writing, locked gate, and the other site's got no site, like no fence, fucking shambles. They sort of, doesn't matter who's the better builder, they'll sort of think, yeah, these guys are good. So all those little steps from the moment you meet them, business card, logos, nice dress up PDF, your quick reply times, detailed breakdowns, that will help you separate yourself.
Well, I do have the PDF on Xero. I do normally send it on Xero. It's my logo and stuff at the top.
Yeah.
I normally do that with a breakdown of, say, the stuff on it.
Yeah.
And that's how I send the quotes and stuff as well with that on it, or stuff like that. If I'm doing charge up work, because Builder Price can give you all your. So if I'm doing charge up, it would be I can put all the attachments, all the invoices, all in there, and it will send with them. All the workers' notes I can send with them as well, so they can see what they've got for that price. And then I put my margin and stuff on, and they can outlay, so it's all transparent, so they can see everything.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's the way to go. I mean, Xero does do that. Xero does have a nice PDF. I suppose the only thing. The difference between Xero and an Excel is with the Excel, obviously you can send 400 line items and put it into a PDF. I'll show you what I mean. I'll send it. I'll get Mario to send it to you after this email, and you'll sort of get an idea.
Yeah.
But yeah,
other than that, I've got on my card. I have scan codes. You can scan the code, go straight to my website, and then you've got you can take you straight to some of the stuff on there.
Nice.
I'm trying to do more on the website as well, like a blog. Try and do more and put more stuff on there.
Yeah. The only other thing you could do is do social media stuff. Weekly video updates.
I do that as well. I've been ramping it up lately. I've been trying to do videos of just talking to people.
Yeah.
I was at AgFest in the weekend. I had a giveaway and I gave people come and see me, and I ended up giving away an impact driver and drill, and I took photos of that, and I was talking on the thing. I'm just trying to do more just on Instagram and Facebook I've been doing it.
Nice. Yeah. That's good, man. Dude,
so I've been trying to.
Can't really give you any advice on that stuff at the moment. Like, you're pushing out and doing everything you can. That's good though, because a lot of people aren't taking that action. Yeah, just look at it like you just got to look at those little daily tasks, and and within our little ecosystem, we call them the 1%ers, and just do the 1% stuff that no one else is doing. Like, post on Instagram and Facebook daily, or 3 times a week if you can. Try and write a blog once a fortnight. Try and meet one new client, spend a little bit more money on advertising, try and find a way to get more engagement from people. One percenters, man. That's what will separate you, and it won't happen overnight. But it's like a 6 month thing, you know.
No, well, yeah. We just had a mega ad come out in that Business South magazine. We had an
Oh
ad,
yeah,
and we've got
okay,
a write up in there coming out.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Do they do that for
So
how
I'll
much
put
did
that on
that
the
cost?
social media.
Yeah, absolutely. Was that free?
That was free.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I used to get them calling me when I was in Queenstown. I never went ahead with them, but yeah, I wasn't social media.
Well, it couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
The sponsors pay for it. Like my painters I use and plumbers and stuff like they put their ads in as well.
Oh,
They're the ones that pay for the ad.
yeah. Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So apart from the recruiting, you don't have any other major.
Apart from the career at the moment, like it's been, yeah, it's like, it's getting the wheels going like a steam engine. You got to put the coal on and get it up to steam before you start rolling out of the train station.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of gaining traction now. And it's kind of
Yeah.
I can do this. I've got ads saying if you want to, like we've been doing bathrooms and stuff. If you want a bathroom renovation, you can come see me. Or you want your house extension, it's on the radio. You can, and new builds, we can do that. It's just
Nice.
yeah.
It's just going to take time, man. Like you'll probably see yourself in a complete different stratosphere in 6 months if you can just find. I think if you can just find that guy, because you're going to run into a problem where you're wearing all the hats and you're doing too much of everything. Because it's a lot of work. Social media and marketing and sales is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And if you're doing that and project managing jobs and organizing subbies and dealing with clients, you'll be feeling that pressure.
Well, I just do like the videos and I just take it on my phone and then I just upload it through. I just using the Meta Business Suite, upload it from there. But then sometimes I sit down at night and I just try and do like different posts that could come out. I'm just kind of getting, yeah.
I mean, from a scalability thing, there's so many different things you can do in the, in the next 3 to 4 months. Like you could hire someone offshore to help you schedule all your posts, do some basic edits, do some stuff like this. So much stuff you could do. So yeah, 100%.
But other than that, it's just I'm going to get back to doing more of this and just use that other stuff I was doing with switched on house, doing the Koyangora stuff. Just fill in every now and then, not so much of it.
Yeah, and
then focus on this stuff now. Now that we're off really now. Hopefully,
nice.
We can keep this kind of work going.
Well, man, you've got over $500,000 worth of work locked in. That's good. That's good workflow. I don't know what your turnover is. You don't have to say, but I mean that's a couple of good to 3 to 6 months worth of work. So that's good if you just keep compounding on that. All you've got to do is 5 to 6 good leads a month. Win 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah,
game over.
Well, I got a lot over the weekend. I've got 2 extensions. Potentially people want to look at over the weekend, and then I've got 2 good leads on. Well, I've got 5 leads on houses, but I've got 2 real kind of solid ones. Yeah, I've actually got 3 quite good solid ones.
Yeah. So the new builds is where you want to go. So maybe that's just where you need to spend more of your efforts. Try and upsell them to those buyer's commitment fees off the bat. Go and see them, take some floor plans, let them know what you can do. Have it, do a little bit of back end research on square meter rates so you can give some indicative pricing, which I'm sure you already do anyway. People appreciate that, and naturally you'll be able to win them. I think.
Well, some of them come with their own plans. Like they've got their own plans. Can we build this? They're already coming to me, and they've got the plans already getting drawn up, and they've got the pictures already there. A lot of them are using architects and that in Christchurch or around here, but we've got our own ones we can use as well. But they're coming to me. Like a guy came to me today, and he's got an A1 house. He wants to build at Carter's Beach in Westport, right on the beach.
Nice.
That's it's pushing over my houses, or that would only be labour only because the materials are already supplied with those.
Yeah. Oh, probably you need to push for those ones, man. Like they can be good for profile jobs to do, but at the end of the day, you're running a business and you want to make money, so
That's right.
And if you want
a lot of the guys are coming with their plans, I would get you to price the materials and do all that, and then we would get you to price them up, RapidQS, and then we'd go from there.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool. Hey, mate, just want to be wary of time, but that's good. I think the recruiting issue, man, like I'm more than happy to send you a little email just on those points there if you've taken those notes. But
that'd be good.
I think if you jump on those Facebook pages, bring some of those recruiters onto that company name, but I think you wouldn't have an issue with that.
But like you say, someone from Christchurch could come over,
Absolutely.
And then work the week here, then go back.
Yeah, 100%. And you just subsidise some accommodation.
You never know.
Travel. Absolutely, and you'll find a gun. So I'm just trying to think how many. There'll be there's Facebook trade groups in Christchurch. So yeah, and you could even run like a
Yeah,
Facebook and
yeah. I'm not
Instagram.
sure.
You could run a Facebook and Instagram video ad and target it specifically in Christchurch
Well, I did have. I target. I don't know where I targeted, but I did put one
on social
saying that
media.
I'm after someone, and I boosted it on Instagram.
Yeah, nothing.
But whether I haven't got the reach really, like I mean, I'm only just kind of like starting doing that. I haven't really. I suppose people will see it. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just trial and error, man. If it doesn't work, like you go from a video post.
Well, you just got to keep pushing. If no one's even looking, you still got to keep pushing. Like even though if they're not looking or there, you just got to keep going with it. It'll
Yeah, you
just
just gotta
build
keep
into a
marketing,
thing.
man. Yeah, eventually it happens. So
We'll just keep going.
yeah,
Just keep just doing it,
yeah. All right,
and things
well,
will happen.
I'll touch base with you in 2 weeks, and we'll see if you've got a gun yet. Okay.
Yeah,
All good,
that
mate.
sounds good.
Hey, no, thanks for
Right.
the business that you throw our way as well. I'll flick you a little email just with some of those notes there. And yeah,
Yeah.
much appreciated. Awesome.
No, thank you.
Thanks, man. Hopefully we
Thanks for your
nutted a few
time.
things out there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it's always good to have another perspective on things and look at things another way, and
Yeah,
get a few more ideas.
100%. Two brains are better than one, man, and
Yeah.
it's always good to talk.
I
I don't
enjoy your
need,
podcast and that. Your podcasts are good.
yeah, appreciate that, man. Definitely going to try and start switching it up and talking to more people that from a level of consent stuff, council stuff, financial stuff. That
Yeah.
would be really good just to give people insights that way. But I just know a lot of people always like talking to other builders, even like yourself. Like someone will watch this and get real good value out of a few points you've said. So
Yeah.
it's all good,
Yeah.
man. Sweet.
Yeah, it's all good to just the more you can educate yourself, the better. The more places you can go. You just need to keep just
Yeah.
leveling up.
Yeah.
Try to level up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love that. Level up and keep pushing.
Yeah, it's all right.
Cool, man. All right, Reese.
Right, mate.
Knock it there.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Have
Yeah.
a good evening.
No worries. Thank you.
Cheers, bro. Bye.